You having fun at the playground? Somebody's on the swing. Oh, I was gonna go give him a push, but apparently not. You gonna come up and go on the slide? Hey everyone, it's Janet, also known as Nerdy Autism Mom. It's been such a long time. I'm sorry. Things have been very crazy. Very crazy. I had actually done, I think, 1 or 2 videos that I didn't post. But anyway, yeah, things have been very crazy. So I have been out of work since March. Because of a herniated disc in my back, and my unemployment actually ran out before I even had my MRI for said herniated disc. So anyway, and in the meantime, my best friend slash partner slash whatever you want to call him had a stroke. So he is in the hospital. He's been in the hospital since June 20th, and his estimated release date, it was August 22nd. Now it is September 19th. So things have been swell. So basically, I had to apply for income assistance, or what people generally know as welfare, which I am not happy about. But what else can I do? I literally cannot work. I haven't been able to work because of my own health issues, and even if I were completely healthy right now, I still have 2 severely disabled children and now a severely disabled partner that I need to take care of. So having said that, I am going to have to draw welfare for now. But kind of a nice thing, though, is that one of the people that have been working with him in occupational therapy has said that he would be a reference for him to get a job at the hospital. So once he's recovered, he potentially has a job at the hospital making like a buttload of money, which means that I would still be able to stay home with the kids instead of working as a cashier. Basically what I feel like I got my 10-year pin at the grocery store, and my back just said, F this, 10 years is long enough. And I was on unemployment. I was on EI, employment insurance. And then he had a stroke, and that's where I say life just happened to agree that 10 years at a grocery store was long enough. So that's that. I no longer work there. I am no longer employed there. I was on a leave of absence, a medical leave of absence, until after my EI ran out. And then once I applied for income assistance, I was just like, no, I'm not going to be back. Because, I mean, it's probably going to take about a year, roughly, for him to fully recover from his stroke. He is doing a lot better. He completely lost use of his left side, which he is a lefty. So that sucks. But yeah, so what happened was he woke up from a nap one night, and he said he couldn't feel his left hand and his left foot, but didn't really think much of it, thought maybe he just slept on it wrong or whatever. And then by the next day, it had spread, and he had fallen, but he still was not in much of an emergency to go. I think he was just really scared to go. And then by the day after that, he had fallen a few more times. I had gone out around noon-ish. And this is all before school ended for the summer. This was like during the last week of school in June. Anyway, yeah, so I had gone out to deliver a mascara to somebody, and I got home shortly after. I wasn't gone long, and I came back into the house and I heard, "Can you please help me back up?" And I'm like, okay. So I've had to help him up a couple of times off the floor, me with a herniated disc, and he's not small. So anyway, and that was the last straw. I was like, okay, you know what? Whether you want to or not, you're going to the hospital. So I actually got a hold of our landlord, because he's been a good friend of ours, and got him to drive him to the emergency room. And then after the boys had come back from their daddy daycare visit, we went to Emerge and found him in there, and his blood pressure was over 260 when he was admitted. When I got there, it had been dropped to about 222. That is extremely high. That's something he literally could have died from. I told him that he was lucky that he didn't have a heart attack or something even worse, like something that really would have killed him. So anyway, from there, like he walked out of the house. He was able to walk out of the house with a cane. But then it just gradually got worse as he was in the hospital. He says now there's 3 weeks that he can't even remember. He was really terrified. There was actually a point in time where he was talking to me like he was going to die, like he was expecting to die, and he was trying to get me out of the room so he could die. And that really freaked me out, naturally. But anyway, so yeah, there was a couple of times he tried to get himself up out of bed and everything, and he fell. So he's got bruises all over him. He's got this pretty bright yellow wristband that says fall risk. He had to be strapped to his bed so he couldn't try to get out of bed on his own. He had a seat belt in his wheelchair that could not be opened unless you had a pen or something. So he couldn't just try to get it open himself. For risk of falling. But yeah, he is doing better now. He does have mobility in his left arm, but he has what he calls the claw, or the evil hand. He can tell his left hand to do things, but most of the time that hand will actually just do whatever it wants. So like it'll reach to grab something and then it literally will not let go, and he sometimes actually needs to pry his fingers open and yank his hand away as fast as possible before it grips again. His leg, he does have some movement, but it's very limited, and he said it feels very much like lead. He does physiotherapy twice a day, an hour each time, an hour in the morning and an hour in the afternoon, except on weekends. Weekends, they don't have any therapies. And I'm not sure how often occupational therapy is. I think it's once a day. But anyway, so he is doing better. than what he was. Like I said, 3 weeks he can't remember at all. Before he did go to the hospital, he has always been severely worried about all kinds of other things that could be wrong with him. Like, he was so paranoid about things like brain tumor and lung cancer and things like that. He's basically like a 25, 30-year smoker. I think he said he started smoking when he was like 13. Anyway, he's not smoking anymore, I can tell you that. That would have been a contributing factor to his blood pressure, I'm assuming, and to his stroke. But that would explain all the swelling. His feet were extremely swollen, and considering all the weight that he's lost since he's been in the hospital, I would say that his whole body was probably swollen from 260 blood pressure. They have normalized it now, which is good. But as for anything else that he was super paranoid about, which during the 3 weeks that he can't remember, he would talk about how they found a brain tumor and that he's got cancer and all this stuff. But no doctors or nurses ever said anything like that to me. There was a lung scan that was done because a neurologist actually did say they saw a spot on his lung, but since then there hasn't been anything. So everything that he was paranoid about beforehand, there's nothing there. So other than the stroke and having to recover from a stroke because of extreme high blood pressure, nothing else is wrong with him, thankfully. So he was happy that I had that conversation with him a couple of days ago, because he literally could not remember anything, and he was still kind of worried about all this stuff. And I said, well, if there was anything else wrong with you, you wouldn't be in the rehab center. You would be in a different area of the hospital getting treatments for anything else that's wrong with you. So he is very relieved about that. I'm very relieved about that. But in the meantime, we are literally a family of 4 disabled people now. Fabulous. But we're just at the playground now. I take the kids to visit him when they don't have their daddy daycare days, and the days that they are with their father, I get to spend a longer visit. Because, the kids are loud. He's not in a private room. He's actually in a ward room. Because when he was in like a semi-private room, he was left alone with his thoughts, and he was extremely depressed. So he had actually made a couple of friends. The other, one of them is another stroke victim. Guy's 80 some odd years old, very, very nice, always has a smile on his face. The other guy that he made friends with has since been discharged and has gone home. But he opted to move into the ward room with them because that way he could at least have conversation with people, and not live in his depressive state of mind. And so far it seems to be working very well. He has a little bit more of a positive outlook. He still kind of gets into the negative mindset of, if I get better and things like that. And I've actually had to scold him a couple of times and tell him, look, you need to stay positive because it's partially your negative attitude that put you here. Really. So anyway, he has been doing better. We've been doing better, honestly, as a couple. I've been able to help with a lot of things, which is good because I'm going to have to know how to do certain things for when he comes home to help him in his recovery. So anyway, that has basically been everything that's going on. So now, hi baby. Hi.
Cheese.
Cheese.
Hello.
Hi.
Cat.
Are we having fun at the playground? So anyway, that's pretty much been what's what. No money, everyone's disabled. It's been really, really rough, but through all this, I'm still trying to stay positive. I do have my moments where I am pretty depressed, but you know, I'm still smiling. I've actually been singing a lot. I have an account on StarMaker. I think it's starmakerstudios.com. I just have the StarMaker app. It's basically like Smule Sing, only you don't have to have a VIP account that costs an arm and a leg just to sing solo. So I've been using that, and I actually have a Facebook page if you guys are interested. It's just aptly called Nerdy Autism Mom Sings. And I just post the links to all of the songs that I sing, and it's all just cover songs, obviously, but like karaoke kind of thing. So I've sang things from Nightwish to Bob Dylan, to The Little Mermaid, you know, just all kinds of things. So if you guys want to check it out, feel free to check it out. Feel free to check out my Facebook page. You getting up there, bub? Whoop. Yeah, you got chocolate all over your teeth. But yeah, feel free to check it out. I find that singing has been very therapeutic. I didn't realize that I could actually kind of sing. So it's been fun. And like I said, very therapeutic. I've been singing almost every night. So yeah. Shirt! What are you doing, silly boy? Are you being silly, Chocolate Tooth? Can you make it? Oh, you need Mommy's help. You step. You step. Good job. Big steps. Big steps. You can do it. You can do it. You reach your foot over. You can do it. You're so cute. Your brother just jumps right across and you're like, you can do it. You can reach. You got long legs. You're so adorable. Do you want some help?
Yes.
Yes? All right. I got you. There you go. Good boy. My stomach is growling. So hungry. You can do it. Good job. One more. There we go. Good boy. Can you jump? Me with a herniated disc. And you just walk right across, don't you? You just walk right across and whoop, jump. No fear. Anyway, I just wanted to come on and almost 20 minutes later, just wanted to explain everything that's going on and just kind of apologize for not posting anything in the longest while. I know I don't have a whole bunch of subscribers. I know I don't have a whole bunch of people that watch, but I mean, I've got a few people that watch and a few people who are interested in what's going on. So I just wanted to let you couple of people know. And, you know, thanks for still sticking around. And I guess that's it for now. I will see you when I see ya. Bye!